Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mr. Joshua with another toy reveal. So, happy Saturday. This morning I thought I would take the time to show off to you guys a figure that I've had in my collection since I was 14. I believe this is the Toybiz Black Symbiote Spider-Man action figure. And one of the reasons why I bought this figure back when I was a kid was because I was going through a phase when I was doing stop motion claymation videos. And at the time, the figures I had left over from when I was a kid, they were just, very standard articulation figures. The arms would move up and down, legs up and down. That's really about it. And when you're doing stop motion videos, one of the things that you need a figure that has some really good articulation. So luckily for me, when I was a kid, on my birthday, my aunt, she sent me a gift card to Toys R Us for like $20 or something. And so I remember going there and find this figure. And the things that really caught my eye on this figure is, one, it's the black suited Spider-Man, which is like my favorite Spider-Man. And two, this figure was just loaded up the asshole with joints, all that great stuff. And so I had to buy this figure, so I bought the figure. I've done some stop motion videos with this figure in the past. Don't really know where those videos went. That was back before I was able to put videos on YouTube, or before I even knew how to do it. But yeah, this is actually a really cool figure. Again, I've had him for over 10 years. I've had him since I was 14. And he's definitely been a figure that I've kept in my collection all this time. And to be honest, I don't think I would really give him up. So let's get down to his review and see just how great this figure is. So as you can see, he is, again, he's just loaded with joints. He stands pretty well. It's pretty lanky. One of the things I never liked about this figure in particular is the fact that his head was a little small for the body, in my opinion. He's got some big shoulders, but his head is just so tiny, And that's really the only complaint I have on this figure, is that the head's just too tiny. Other than that, everything is, pretty nice. He actually has some pretty nice little, butterfly joints, which is nice. I like that. This is back when they had some weird, neck joint where it was all, separate. So you can actually move back and forth. I'm glad they don't do that anymore. The head moves up and down. Eventually I might just end up taking this head off and replacing it with a bigger Spider-Man head. Maybe, I'm not really sure. See, the arms can go up and down. About that far up. A very lanky figure, by the way. See, he actually has, some very good arm joints all the way back here, so he can scratch his shoulder whenever he wants. Still a joint for the wrist. Hands move back and forth, which is a very big plus in my opinion. You gotta have a figure that has the arms that you gotta have a figure that has hands that open and shut like that. It's pretty cool. It's got a ab crunch, which is pretty cool. A lot of figures back in that day didn't really have ab crunches. And he has a weird little chest swivel action right there. I've always thought that was kind of odd, because he has movement right here, and he also has movement in the waist. So that's kind of weird, but whatever. It's still pretty cool. Very flexible. Again, I think they purposely made this figure flexible because it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man is flexible. Legs can't really go back that far. which is fun. He can do a high kick. No swivel in the thigh. He's got a swivel down there though, so that's pretty cool. Right there in the calf. And one of the other things I like that that Hasbro and all those figure companies are doing right now is they're giving the feet, little swivels, which is pretty cool. Which it's something that I like a lot because again, when you have a figure that has the feet that move up and down like this, and the hands that open and close, it just gives the figure more articulation. Just makes it more better to pose it in whatever position you want it to pose. But overall, he's gonna fall. Overall, I'll give this figure about a 7 out of 10. And the reason why is because I've owned this figure long enough to know what I like and don't like about the figure. I mean, for crying out loud, I've owned it for fucking over a decade now. But just the things I don't like about the figures. One, the head is just too fucking tiny. There was one more thing that I really like about the figure. Oh, it too has this weird little, joint thing right here, which doesn't really make any sense, but whatever. And 3, I think they should have made the as the chest, well, the shoulders, they should have made those a little less, well, a little more scrawnier, maybe something like that, I guess. Whatever. But other than that, it's a pretty solid figure. I think it was from 2005. Let's see. That's made in China. Fuck you, China. Fuck you and coronavirus. 2000. Will it see on the camera? Because I can't see. 2006. 2006. Yeah, for a figure, it's from 2006. It's pretty great. I really like the way this figure came out. Definitely a great figure to have. Unfortunately, though, when you try to compare it to, when you try to pair him up with let's say a Marvel Legends figure, it just, I don't know, his body proportions are a little off. Compare it to Susan Storm. You can see her head is twice as big as his. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I said I wanted to eventually replace the head with something a little bit bigger and more, let's say the word, more full. But yeah, you can definitely see how his head is just a little bit more thin and tiny compared to Marvel Legends head. Yeah, it's okay. I still like the Spider-Man. It's still pretty badass. Still pretty fun to, put him in different poses and whatnot. Really a big fan of the Black Spider-Man. Pretty awesome. But yeah, that's it for this video. And if you guys like my videos, please like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.